In this video, we will discuss about lymphatic filariasis. So, what is this lymphatic filariasis? It is a disease that is caused by parasite infection and which is caused by worms such as these nematodes. And some of the examples of nematodes are mentioned here. That is Wucheria, Banacrofti, Brugia, Malai, B. timori, and Bruguiera Malai example has been shown here. This figure has been taken from CDC. You can go through that reference in order to understand this thing in detail. And one of the example of this lymphatic filariasis is elephantiasis. That is the enlargement of the certain part of the body, and this is usually occurs when a person get infected by a, uh, a mosquito that is already get infected that is already has this larvae, and and this is usually done infection is usually happen in the childhood, and while the symptoms remains hidden, and when the patient becomes adult, the symptoms are begin to, or we can say symptoms are then slowly visible. Let us understand their cycles, how this lymphatic filariasis work. We will start with the point one. When the mosquito that is infected with the larvae that cause lymphatic filariasis take a blood meal from the patient. So whenever it take a blood meal from the patient, it will inject the larvae into the patient or human. So that larvae will go to will or we can say will grow in the uh, within the host and become adults, and then it will produce microfilariae that can enter the circulation cycles, or we can say peripheral circulations or circulations near the skin. So what will happen when the mosquito that is not infected with this larvae bites takes a blood meal from the patient, the microfilariae that is now in circulation at the peripheral of the skin will get injected inside the mosquito, and this mosquito and this microfilariae skin will then sheet or not a microfilariae skin, this microfilariae sheet shield will then go within the mosquito's midgut and migrate to the uh, thorax muscles. There it will grow as a larvae, and then it will become mature and then migrate to the mosquito's head and then to the saliva. From there, it is now the mosquito becomes uh, larvae positive and can infect another humans. So this is how the lymphatic cycle works within the patient and also within the mosquito. So in the next slide, we will see that some of the human beings are immune to this lymphatic filariasis, and those human beings are usually found in a region where there is a endemic has been observed of this lymphatic filariasis. So what has been found in those humans is the antibodies against this lymphatic filariasis has been found. So whenever the patient get infected with this larvae, the antibodies that are already present within the human beings in the endemic region of this lymphatic filariasis. So those antibodies will then bind to those larvae as it is shown here. This is represented the T cells, and this represent the macrophage. This represent the neutrophil, and it is shown in the we can say intra zoom way, or the zoom of the this skin part is shown here. Here the several antibodies are shown that are that act against the larvae of lymphatic filariasis. These are T cells, macrophages, dendritic cells. So they will attach to the larvae as they are specific towards the larvae of lymphatic filariasis. And the zoom view of this is shown here. And this is the cartoon view in which we can see the different antibodies bind to this larvae and then kill the cells, or kill this larvae cells. And this is the actual view that has been shown here, that larvae has been attached by B. malali. Infected larvae has been attached by different immune cells, and this larvae will soon be dead because of the immune action of those cells that are attached to this larvae. This is how the immune system of the host work against this lymphatic filariasis. I hope you have understood something about this lymphatic filariasis and how it functions, and how the persons who are immune against this lymphatic filariasis works. If you need to understand more in this, more in detail about this lymphatic filariasis, you can go through the reference that has been provided in this slide and also in previous slides, and these references are also available in the description of this video. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.